for this. Cold as shit. This must be the flow they took on over shit.
What's good, y'all? So, the lights turned off. Nice. Yesterday, I had a little tiny mushroom trip. It was like a microdose. It wasn't like a full-on trip. And I felt inclined to share some things. So, I put together a couple clips that I had recorded while I was under the influence of the psilocybin, and yeah, I thought that some of the stuff I was saying was worthy of sharing, so I put it together in this little clip. Disclaimer, I feel like everybody feels like they have to do this when they make a video where they're talking about using medicine. I don't promote the use of psilocybin without having proper experience or guidance or knowledge. Like, educate yourself before you use it. If it's your first time, go ahead and take a microdose. Like, you don't gotta take the full-on dose. Like, take a microdose and then slowly get yourself to the point where you're taking on that full dose. Like, don't just try to take a heroic dose right away, because it can actually re-traumatize you. It can be a medicine, but it can also re-traumatize you. And that goes for pretty much most medicines. If you do it excessively, if you do too much of it, it could hurt you. I mean, breathwork, for instance. Like, I feel like there's some breathwork styles out there. I don't want to take shots at anybody, but there's some breathwork styles out there that are just a little bit too intense, and they have the tendency to re-traumatize people. So, exercise caution before using any substance, any medicinal substance, or doing any practice. Make sure that whoever your guide is, whoever your shaman is, if it's a medicine experience, make sure that you feel comfortable with them. Make sure that they're experienced, that they're knowledgeable, that they know what they're talking about, that it's not just complete pseudoscience and you just got to rely on their word. Make sure they have actual, some actual substance to them and some actual validity to what they're saying. So, enjoy. Love y'all. The point isn't to make you like me. The point is to show you what makes me me, so that you can really be you. You can really be true. Recognize that your ceilings are blue, not just the feel of your room. Once we exit from this little cocoon, have some wiggling room, we're gonna figure out why that winter was given to us. It was to make sure that we thicken our roots so that we can grow high. It's a weird world. It's a really weird world. I'm just a channel. And all I'm trying to do is redirect people to the source. That's it. And we live in this weird world where we need to have monetary resources to acquire our basic human rights, which should be given to us for free, just for being alive, just for being a being. So it's this weird world of trying to navigate sharing that which is free with others, but needing to provide for my... It's just weird, y'all. It's so weird. It's weird. But that's the world we live in, and if you can buy a pizza, you can buy breathwork. Are we products of sin, or are we products of sacred union? Like, a lot of modern day religion has completely taken the feminine out of the picture, and everything came from this masculine energy, which can make it really easy to demonize sex. Sacred energy exchange, really what it's supposed to be. Not that, the current world of sex that we're in isn't totally perverted, and, I'm not saying I'm perfect either, but sex, sacred energy exchange in itself is just that, sacred energy exchange, which creates life, which is all around us. So the shame and the guilt that we're being held to from these religious systems, it needs to go. It needs to go. I just had some thoughts coming up, and I just told them, not right now. Just let me be for a moment. Just let me be. And like the same way, if a kid was like begging for your attention, you don't have to give them your attention. You could just be like, son, daddy needs a break right now. I just need a moment. Just give me a moment, okay? Yeah, matter of fact, take a moment with me. Sit down. Sit down. Take a moment. Let's breathe. That's how you could be with your thoughts, yo. That's how it could be. That's the type of relationship I'm trying to build. I'm building with my family, my internal family. So it manifests outwardly. That's the key. Starts here. I was just watching these kids running around, like, just screaming and flipping, and like, you can hear it right now in the background. And it's like, if there's one thing I could do with my life, it's to, with just one individual, keep that alive. You know what I'm saying? And it starts by keeping it alive in myself, within me. Nurturing that inner child. Letting it grow. Just being a goofball and like zooming in on these nipples. These nipple shrooms. Keep that inner child alive. Keep it alive. So that's just some of what came through with the mushroom medicine. Like, I had way more insights, and like, I just didn't want to have my camera out the whole time, but there was a couple of times where I was like, okay, I feel like I want to share this. And that gave me an idea of like, maybe doing that every once in a while. Not with the mushrooms every time, but like just walking through the forest and like whenever I get an insight, just popping it out and sharing it with the world. Some of them, of course, like I can't write all my insights down or else I would just go nuts. Like I'd be writing all day. And there's been periods of that for sure, where I've just been like not been able to really harness and really discipline myself and just rest in that place of insight rather than always trying to grasp the insight, you know what I mean? Like, stay in that space in which the insight comes, and you don't need to write down everything. If you find yourself getting excessive when the insights are flowing, and just remind yourself that, okay, I don't have to write down every single insight, every single idea, every single bar that comes to my head. I don't gotta write that down. Like, that's where freestyling comes in too. That builds a lot of confidence. So before I end it, I'm gonna share a verse with y'all. And yeah, hope you enjoy it. I open to the ancestors and commit to receive the wisdom. Rich in soul, and that is way before I see an income. But give me currency, I'ma use it wisely. I be kicking back and feeling good, bumping Isley. My brothers grimy, it's time we wake up. Chaos kicking like karate. We need to advance before we get swallowed up by tsunamis. Hopefully devastation is not in need for us to heed the warnings. It is time to get more in tune with the guidance. Violence triggering sirens, mamas trembling by coffins. My intention is to offer a brighter path. I remember rage used to be my flame. Now it's love that heats me up, but still there's wickedness inside trying to fight me back. Diminish the strength of the urges. It isn't easy as taking some courage. Gotta be awake to your purpose. There is no need to try to be perfect. Just be who you are. You're part of the puzzle. Without your piece, it ain't working. Gotta re-emerge to the surface. We stuck in the dirt for the purpose of birthing. The blossom is beautiful. Caterpillar to a butterfly. Having something finna undermine. Like you ain't paying no attention. Now you living in the upper sky. With pen beginning the renaissance. The medicine never kept in line. My residents don't identify. Intelligence ain't in the mind. It's existing even in its absence. Take a rest and that's when you can tap in. Tap in, y'all. Uncle, Jai, Sanib, Hotep. Let's get it.